Taryn here. I hope this video greets you well. I have just a nice gentle 45-minute restorative flow for you today. So as you're ready, go ahead and come onto your mat, and we're just going to come right into Shavasana. So as you're ready, start to extend the legs long onto your mat. Find just a comfortable shape here. So whatever that might look like for you, maybe create some space, open the legs, the arms. Toes and ankles fall open to the sides. And maybe just for now, flip the palms facing upward in that mudra of receiving. So even while we just take a moment to rest and ground, we're still inviting and still receiving energy. Go ahead and just softly close your eyes. Scan from the crown of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And then just completely let go, allowing the earth to receive you. And gravity just gently pull you inward. And then just start to notice your breath. Just tuning into just the natural flow of your breathing as you're arriving to your mat. And now, wherever you're at with your breath, exhale completely. And then draw a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and just gently sigh it out. Good. We'll do one more just like that. Maybe a little bit deeper, fuller breath in. Cleansing, releasing breath out. Now seal the lips. Soften the muscles in the face, the jaw. And just start to find a steady breath pace. In and out through the nose. So as always, just taking these opening moments just to establish just a stronger connection to your breath. Allowing it to draw yourself inward, ground you, center you. And just arrive to this space, this time that you've thoughtfully carved out for yourself. And as you're ready, just start to bring some subtle movement to your body. Maybe just start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. And then let's find a full body stretch. So slowly extend the arms overhead. Draw the legs in a little bit closer together, and then just find some length, creating some space. Maybe rotate through your ankles, your wrists. And then as you float your arms down, draw just the right knee in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers, draw it slightly towards the right, and then straight down towards your shoulder so that you're avoiding your chest, your rib cage. With your head grounded, maybe just dip your chin down slightly to find a little bit more length through the back of your neck. You can flex the left toes up to ground your calf muscle down. Draw the elbows in close. And then just give it one more good squeeze, creating gentle compression into the right hip. And then we'll slowly extend the right leg straight up towards the ceiling. You can hold the back of your thigh here. Hamstrings are tight, maybe bend your knees a bit, and then start to flex and point your toes. Just gently opening up through the back side of the leg. And then with lots of control, slowly float that right leg all the way back down to your mat. And then we'll draw the left knee up. Interlace the fingers here, so slightly to the left, and then straight down towards the shoulder. Head down, chin down. Try to roll that right shoulder back down to your mat. Elbows in close towards the rib cage. And tap into the upper body strength to create that compression now through the left hip. Give it one more good, strong squeeze. And then extend the left leg towards the ceiling. And hold the back of the thigh here, maybe a micro bend to your knee, and flex and point your toes. Just keeping the neck and the shoulders relaxed. And then we'll release and slowly float that left leg all the way back down to your mat. And then we'll draw both knees in. So just hold on loosely here. Maybe rock a little side to side to massage through your paraspinal muscles. And then roll the hips and sacrum down just to create more length through the lower back. And let's move through a couple spinal twists here. So take the arms all the way out to the sides. Lift the heels just slightly away from your hips. And take a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, let both knees fall to the right side. Take your time. Try to ground the shoulders back down. Check in with the neck. Maybe roll the chin towards the left. Moving with the breath, inhale the head, the legs back through center. Exhale, take them all the way over to the left. Anchor that right shoulder back down to your mat. And then maybe turn your head towards your right side. Go one more in each direction. So again, inhale, legs through center. Exhale all the way back over to the right. Maybe this time, place the right hand over the left knee just to deepen that stretch in the lower back. One last time, inhale, draw the legs all the way back up. And exhale to the left. Maybe now left hand over right knee. Keep the belly pulled in as you gently twist. And then inhale to guide the legs all the way back through center. Just place the soles of your feet down to your mat. So feet hip distance, heels below the knees, and then arms all the way down by your sides, palms face downward in that mudra of grounding. Inhale just to a gentle bridge. So slowly tuck, curl, lift the hips, opening up front side body. Exhale, slowly roll the spine down, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to take this right into figure four. So cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Keep your foot flexed to protect the knee joint. And then just see how this feels in your hips. If you want, maybe thread through. You can hold back of the left thigh, maybe even the front of the shin. Rest the head back down. And as you draw the left knee towards your heart, energetically press the right knee away from your shoulder. Send the breath past the throat, chest, belly, all the way down to that right hip. And you just check back in with the quality of your breath. Give it one more good squeeze. And then we'll release. Coming back into your bridge, right foot down, arms down, inhale. Slowly lift hips, belly, rib cage, just gently warming the spine. Exhale, and slowly roll it all the way back down. And then we'll take the left ankle, cross it over the right thigh, flex the foot, and then just see how this side feels. It might be a little bit different. You can stay right where you're at, or maybe thread through, holding right thigh, maybe right shin. Relax the shoulders. And gently press the left knee away from your shoulder. Good. Allow the belly to rise as you inhale. And gently fall as you exhale. And take one more cycle of breath. Maybe draw that right thigh a little bit closer towards the chest. And release one more time. Coming back into bridge. So feet down, arms down. Inhale, slowly lift all the way back up. Maybe take it a little bit higher. And then exhale, articulate it all the way back down. Good. Draw the knees towards the chest. Happy baby. So go ahead and flex the feet straight up towards the ceiling. And hold the outer edges, inner edges of the feet, maybe even peace sign fingers around your big toes. And then maybe again, rock a little side to side. Allow the hips to open up. Try to keep the tailbone grounded, rolling the hips down. And then we'll come right into bound angle. So the soles of the feet come all the way together. And hold around the outer edges of feet or ankles, whatever might be available to you. As the heels lower towards your hips, draw them up towards your heart and the knees away from your shoulders. And we'll release, draw the knees all the way back together. Go ahead and cross your ankles here. And then we're just going to rock back and forth on the spine. So just a few times here. And then build enough momentum to bring yourself all the way into just a nice, comfortable seated position. Take a moment to lengthen the spine, so really lengthening through the crown of the head, grounding down through the sit bones. And then from here, we'll just drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. And checking back in with the neck, try to keep the shoulders down and back. If you want a little bit more, you can use your left hand, press out through the palm, and maybe even take the right fingertips to the left side of your head. Just be really gentle with the amount of pressure that you put into stretching the left side of the neck. And then arms down. Draw the chin to the very center of your chest, stretching through the back of the neck. And then keep the head down and just slowly find a forward fold here. Walk the hands towards the top of your mat. Soften elbows, shoulders, release the weight of your head completely. And sway a little bit side to side, just easing into the shape. And then we'll slowly press it all the way back up. Go ahead and just lean back a bit so that you can switch the crossing of your ankles to honor symmetry in the hips. Lengthen through the spine. And then drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder and just see how this side feels. Here you can use your right hand pressed to the palm or maybe left fingertips to the right side of the head. Again, just be really gentle with the cervical spine. Arms down again, chin to the very center of your chest. And then walk the hands forward and find that gentle fold. Allow gravity to draw the knees down, opening up a bit more through the hips. And then as you're ready, we'll slowly lift up. Coming to all fours, so you can roll over your ankles, maybe sweep the legs to one side. And then just take a moment here to stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips directly over your knees. So we want to keep the knees hip distance, toes untucked, spread through the fingers. Let's go ahead and start with the exhale, coming right into cat. So round your spine and empty your lungs out completely. And then deep breath in, drop the belly, inhale to cow, lift the hips, the heart, fill up with breath. And again, exhale, really press the hands, the feet into the floor, draw the belly in and up. And again, relax the belly down as you arch the spine, coming right back into cow. Good, let's take a few here, linking breath to movement. And allow the breath to resonate now at the base of your throat. So we start to implicate that ujjayi pranayama, the more audible oceanic sound. And then feel free to move around. As always, just start to move more intuitively. Anything else calling out to your body, just feel free to move outside of that structure. And drop hips side to side and shake out the head. Just find what feels best for you today. Good. Let's take maybe 2 more rounds here, deepening the breath and getting energy moving through the spine. Good, and then go ahead and come right back into a nice neutral tabletop position. We're going to spin the fingers out so that they point towards the edges of your mat. Thumbs point towards the very top of your mat. Release your head down here and then just sway a little bit right to left. Getting into the shoulders, to the wrists. And then we'll continue to spin the fingers all the way around. So now they point towards the knees, wrists parallel to the top of your mat. Keep your fingers spread really, really wide here. We'll tuck the toes under if that's okay. And if you like, maybe start to lean your hips towards your heels. Palms may peel off the mat just a little bit here. Breathe. And then shift all the way back forward. Spin the hands all the way back around. And now left fingers now to the middle of your mat. Flip the right hand all the way over. Back of your right hand comes to your mat. The palm faces up here. Release your head and then just put gentle pressure into that right wrist. And stretching into those overused, overlooked joints. And then as you inhale, go ahead and peel that right arm all the way up. Maybe find a little bit of movement now through the right wrist. Rotate it, spread through fingers. Follow the exhale and thread it all the way through. So right shoulder, right ear comes down to your mat. Restack the elbow right over your wrist. Press into the palm of your hand and start to lean towards the right. If you have the space, you can step the left toes off the edge of your mat just for a little bit more leverage, opening up the shoulders, the upper back. And then we'll go ahead and place that left knee all the way back down. Keep your hips stacked and just extend the left arm forward towards the very top of your mat. Relax the face, the jaw. Send the breath to the backside of your heart. And you can stay right where you're at. If you like that wrap, back of the left hand comes around lower spine. You can even start to reach around for the top of your right thigh and then gently draw that left shoulder back to open up through the chest. And release, left hand down. Counter twist. Again, sweep that right arm all the way back up. And come back to all fours. Maybe just take a moment to reset your body. Spin the right fingers to the middle of your mat. And then we'll flip the left hand over. First palm faces up. You release your head down. And just gentle pressure into the left wrist. Good. Really press into the right hand as you peel the left arm all the way up. Maybe look up if that feels okay in your neck. Rotate the wrists. Exhale, thread it all the way through. Left shoulder, ear comes down to your mat. Stack elbow over wrist. And then press into the palm, leaning the upper body towards the left. And here on this side, you can always step the right toes off the edge of your mat. Try to keep that left arm relaxed completely. And then right knee down. Excuse me, extend the right arm all the way forward to the very top of your mat. And then here you can stay or maybe wrap right hand, lower back, maybe the top of the left thigh, and then just gently spin the right shoulder back. And then release, right hand down. Inhale again, float that left arm all the way back up. And we release, come back to all fours. Keeping, again, hips stacked over your knees, melted heart. So as you're ready, just slowly walk the arms forward. Start to lower the chest, chin or forehead to your mat, whichever feels more comfortable through your neck. Arms are active. Pull the belly in and up. And start to find some length through your spine. And then look forward, plant your elbows, just slide all the way onto your belly. We're going to tempt the fingers off the edges of your mat. So your palms are lifted. Feet are about a little bit wider than your hips. Go ahead and lower the forehead down. Inhale, slowly begin to peel the chest up. So coming into a cobra variation, head comes up very, very last. Exhale, slowly lower right back down. Good, 2 more just like that. Breath to movement, inhale as you lift the heart. And exhale as you lower. Nice job. 1 more time. Use the whole length of the inhale to lift. Whole length of the exhale to lower. Good. Place the hands below your shoulders. Press yourself all the way back. Child's pose. Release hips to your heels. And then just soften in here. Bend the elbows. Maybe sway your hips. You rock your head side to side. Just directing your attention back inward. And staying present with yourself. Present in the moment. We'll move through a couple mini vinyasas here. So extend the arms forward. Find lots of length here. Spread through the fingers. We're going to lift off the heels, round through your cat pose, keeping the belly pulled in. And then right into cobra. So slowly lower the hips. Pull the heart all the way forward. Maybe sway your hips a little bit here, right, left. And then take a big look all the way over the right shoulder. Bring the head back through center. Use your abdominal strength to just send it right back into child's pose, hips to your heels. Good, we'll do that twice more. So inhale, round through the spine, come through cat. Right back into cobra, shoulders down, chest up. And then maybe glance over the left shoulder. Head back through center. Again, hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Good, so nice. 1 more time. Moving through each and every vertebrae of your spine, round forward. And then again, find your cobra. Maybe this time lift the gaze all the way up. Open the throat, the heart. And then exhale, send it all the way back. From here, we're just going to step that right foot to the outside of your right hand. Toes out. So maybe about 2 o'clock. See how this feels in your hip flexors. If you want, maybe sway a little bit right to left. And then you decide, just a couple breaths here. So if you'd like, maybe take it down to your elbows. If you ever at any point want something a little bit more active, you can tuck the left toes and lift your left knee. Neck neutral. Maybe roll onto the outer edge of that right foot to get into the outer hip. Good, and if it's not down already, go ahead and place the left knee down, untuck the toes. We're gonna press back to the hands and peel the right arm all the way up. Good, so we're gonna thread that right arm all the way underneath the left. So start to shift the hips back, extending the right leg, flexing the right foot, just bowing in here. And again, inhale, sweep it all the way back forward, open the chest, maybe look up. Twice more, exhale, hips back, right foot flex, right arm threads through the left. Again, inhale. 1 last time, exhale, shift back. Beautiful, let's take it all the way back up, twist. If you want to add that bind here, bend the left knee. Right hand reaches back. So you can keep that right arm straight. If you want to get into that left quadricep a little bit more, you can bring that heel closer in towards your hips. And then we'll release. Left foot down, right hand down. Slide the right foot back. Open the knees nice and wide, big toes touch, wide leg, child's pose. Send it all the way back. Head down, soften the shoulders. And then we'll slowly lift back to all fours. You can slide the right knee more towards the center of your mat. Left foot steps all the way to the outside of the left hand. Toes out 10 o'clock. And then just see how this side feels. Maybe swaying your hips slightly, right to left. And then you can even stay on your hands, even make fists. Or if you'd like, you can start to lower down to the elbows. Always have that option to tuck the right toes and lift the right knee, or maybe even drop onto that left edge of the foot. Just finding what feels best for you, for your body today, because every day is different. Our bodies are always changing. And then we'll go ahead and place that right knee down. Come back to the hands. Untuck the toes, extend the left arm all the way up, finding that twist. Again, so we'll go back and forth with the breath. As you exhale, shift the hips back. Left arm now threads underneath the right, left foot flexed. And inhale, twist, hips down, chest up. And then exhale, sweep it all the way back. Exaggerate that flexion in your left ankle. One more time, inhale. And again, exhale, hips back. Good. Let's take it one last time. Hold this twist. And then on this side, if you want to add that bind, bend your right knee, left hand reaches back. Then you can keep that left arm straight, or maybe start to bend the elbow, draw the right heel a little bit closer in towards your hips. And then release. From here, we're going to step that right foot back up. So coming to Malasana at the top of your mat. Toes out 10 and 2, heels in, bend your knees, and just find that nice low squat, bringing hands to your heart towards thumbs. And then use the elbows to kind of press your knees back here, opening up through your hips. And release, hands down. Float the hips all the way up. Point your toes forward and gently forward fold. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. We're going to interlace the fingers right at the back of your neck. Good, so arms, head are super, super heavy here. And then just let your hands very gently begin to slide down the neck towards the base of your skull. And just decompressing cervical spine. Take one more cycle of breath. Let the hands move super, super slow. And then all the way down to your mat. If you want, maybe grab for opposite elbows here. And gently sway a little bit right to left. Completely melting over the legs. And then release the elbows. Now interlace the fingers at the lower spine. Palms face you, straighten the arms, and then allow the arms to just gently move up and over, head down, neck long. And then with control, hands come to the lower spine. Just let them slide all the way down the legs. Let's find a halfway lift here. Inhale to a flat back, fingertips to floor, shins. Exhale, forward fold. Good, 2 more just like that. Inhale to lengthen belly in, heart forward. Exhale, fold. 1 last time, inhale. And exhale. Plant your hands, step back into downward dog. Feet hip distance. If it feels good, maybe find a little bit of movement here, pedaling out through your heels, and alternate bending your knees. And then from here, we're going to float the right leg all the way up, 3-legged dog. If you want, let it open up. Bend your knee to stack your hips. We're just going to bring it right into pigeon. So right knee comes all the way towards right wrist. And just take a moment to settle in here, squaring your hips, your shoulders to the very top of your mat. Maybe glance over the left shoulder to see that the toes are pointing to the back of your mat. And then maybe for a breath, walk the hands back, lifting the chest, just finding a gentle backward bend. That could even just be looking up towards the ceiling. And then we'll slowly lower. So as you're ready, coming into sleeping, elbows, chest down. If you ever wanted to take this a little bit deeper, left arm would thread through, similar to as we did before. Shoulder ear to your mat. And just see how that feels, finding a shape that is comfortable for you. Soften, and then just breathe into it. And take your time. Slowly press back to your hands. We're going to roll on to the right hip and sweep that left leg all the way around. So take the, the left heel to the outside of the right knee. Left hand comes behind you. We'll come into a twist here. So extend the right arm up, find some length. And then you can hook that right elbow to the left knee. Keep the belly pulled in. Start from the lower spine and start to twist. Chin over shoulder, lengthening up through the crown of your head. And then untwist. Use your right hand for Gomukhasana. So we're going to take that left heel, bring it all the way over to the outside of the right hip, and then just take a moment to settle in. You can lift your hips up and then shimmy them all the way back down. So we're working on crossing thighs, knees, stacking everything in one straight line. And we'll take the right arm up, bend the elbow, drop the right hand towards the spine. Left hand, we'll start by just placing it on that right elbow, and then gently slide the fingertips down the spine. You can stay here if you want to add that left arm, drop it down behind you, bending the elbows, maybe clasping the hands together. Just try to keep your chest open, lifted, spine tall. Good, release the arms. And we'll just take a forward fold here. So start to walk the hands forward, melting over the thighs. Release the weight of your head. And we'll slowly press up. You can use your hands to release that left leg, come all the way back around through pigeon, and then right back into downward dog. Might feel good to walk it out a little bit, pedal through your heels. And then we'll go ahead and float the left leg up to your three-legged dog. You can let it open up here, bend the knees, stack the hips if that feels good. And then pigeon on this side, left knee all the way to left wrist. Bringing that right hip forward, left hip back, squaring shoulders, hips to the very top of your mat. And then once this feels okay, you walk the hands back, balance on the fingertips, lift your heart. And then we'll slowly take it down, sleeping pigeon, coming to elbows. If on this side you want to take it a little bit deeper, we'll thread that right arm through, shoulder, ear down to your mat. Try to consciously relax all the dense muscles that surround your hips. And just breathe into any tightness or tension. And take your time and slowly press back to the hands. We're going to shift off onto the left hip and sweep that right leg all the way around. So bring the right heel to the outside of the left knee. Make sure you're right on top of your sit bones here. Right hand behind you. Use it to prop yourself up. Extend the left arm up, and then we'll hook that elbow to the right knee. Again, pull the belly in, lift the chest, and then work from the bottom of your spine all the way up to the top, chin over shoulder. Untwist. Gomukhasana, so use that left hand and guide it all the way over towards your left hip. Again, you can lift the hips up a little bit, try to get the thighs a little bit closer, eventually stacking the knees. Now we'll extend the left arm up, bend the elbow, and then just place the right fingertips on that left elbow. Lift the chest, and then just gentle pressure here. So this is a perfect place to stay. If you want to try that bind, that right arm drops down now, bend the elbows, and then just walk the fingertips towards each other, maybe clasping if that's available. If not, no worries. And release the arms. Walk forward, and then just gently melt over the legs. Head down, shoulders relaxed. And then we'll slowly go ahead and press up. Use your hands. And then we're just going to extend both of the legs straight forward. Go ahead and bounce them out a little bit, getting some blood flow back into the hips. And then we'll extend the right leg out at a diagonal. Bend the left knee so the sole of your foot creates a little bit of pressure against your inner thigh. Take a deep breath, extending the arms overhead. Turn to the right, exhale, round down. Feel free to bend your knee up at any point. If it's available, try to grab right at the ball of your foot. Flex the toes in as you bend your elbows straight down, head down. And then we'll slowly lift through center. Square your shoulders forward, right hand down, and then just take a nice side stretch, revolved head to knee. Left arm reaches up and then over. Try to ground that left sit bone back down. And just bring it back through center, arms down, right leg in, and left leg out. Good. Make sure you're right on top of the sit bones. Flex the toes. Inhale, arms overhead. Turn to the left, round down. Again, bend the knee up as you need. Elbows straight down. And then try to roll that right shoulder down. Inhale back through center. Revolved head to knee. Left arm down. Deep breath, right arm all the way up and over. You can look up past the right elbow if that feels okay in your neck. And then come all the way back through center. Take the right leg back out. So just open up as wide as you can here. Feet are flexed. You can use one hand in front, one in the back to kind of scoot yourself forward. See if that helps to open up a little bit wider. We want to tilt the pelvis down slightly. And then you can stay right here, chest lifted. If you'd like, maybe slowly begin to walk it forward. And once there's any resistance, you just pause. Try to breathe into it, soften into it. Using the inhales to find length, and using the exhales to find a little bit more depth. We'll take 2 more full cycles of breath here. See if you can match the length of the exhales with the length of the inhales. And then slowly press yourself all the way back up. And use your hands here and just extend the legs all the way back forward. Might feel good to bounce them out a little bit. And now we'll walk the hips back one more time here. Feet together, flex the toes in. Inhale, float the arms all the way up, find length here. And then we're gonna reach forward and hook peace sign fingers around your big toes. Pull away from the thighs, belly in, chest up, and then bend the elbows straight down. Good. So imagine there's that hook attached to your heart. You're being pulled forward, chest through your biceps, shoulders, reaching the forehead towards the toes. And then once you've found as much length as you can through the spine, go ahead and just relax into this shape. So head down and then relax your shoulders. Good. Let's go ahead and slowly lift up. Draw the knees towards your chest. Hold the back of your thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. And then drop the chin to your chest. We're going to roll all the way onto your back. And draw the knees in with you. Or maybe rock a little side to side here. And then extend the legs straight up towards the ceiling. And roll out your ankles a bit. Spread through toes. And then we'll come into our plow pose. So arms either at your sides, maybe underneath the hips. Start to lift the hips above your heart. Extending the legs over the crown of the head. As always, try not to move the head around though, protecting the neck. Opening up backside body, getting energy moving upward through the spine. Okay, we're gonna come right into fish pose. So the hands come directly below you, palms flat down. So as you roll your spine down, your hips land on the back of your hands. And then lower the legs all the way down. Hook the elbows into the mat. Again, there's that hook attached to your heart. You're being lifted up by the chest. Take the crown of the head towards the floor. Gaze is now behind you. Point the toes away from you. Keep pressing into the elbows. Breathe into your heart space. And we'll start with the head. So slide the back of your head down to your mat. Release the arms. And then we'll draw that right knee again towards the chest. One last spinal twist here. So right arm all the way out to your side. Exhale as you guide the right leg across your body. If you want, you can start to bend your left knee. The heel comes towards the hips, and then the right hand comes down, maybe hooking the left foot. And then see if you can ground the right shoulder down as you gently press the right knee down. Soft gaze towards the right, maybe close your eyes. And then untwist. Draw the knees all the way back into the chest. Recenter the hips. And then release that right leg long onto your mat. Left arm out to your side. Move with the breath, exhale as you twist. Left leg across. Stay here. If you want to try that bind here, bend the right knee, heel comes towards you, left hand reaches down. And then try to ground that left shoulder down. Belly pulls in as you stretch into the lower back. And then again, untwist. One more time, draw the knees to your heart, neutralizing your spine. And then we'll return to where we began our practice, Shavasana. Go ahead and extend the legs long. Toes, ankles fall open. Relax the legs, the hips, the belly. And soften the space that surrounds your heart. Close your eyes. Bring the palms of your hands together and then touch the thumbs to the center of the forehead, your spiritual eye. May our minds be free, open, and clear. Bring the thumbs now down towards the lips. May our words be kind, loving. Now bring the thumbs right to your heart. May our hearts be filled with love, compassion, and understanding for ourselves and for each other. From my heart to your heart. Namaste.